And so yeah, so I said to her, I said, well, I don't. You don't even know my mum. Why would you say something like that about my mum? That's not very nice. You know.
Oh, Greg.
Yeah. Oh, we're back. We're back. Just on. Yes, we're on. Okay. So welcome back to In Bed with Greg. I am of course Greg, and today we are graced with the presence of a living legend. He's done everything you can think of on the athletics field. He's won world championships on the outdoors, on the indoors, Commonwealth Games, and the Olympic Games. Stephen Hooker. Welcome, Steve.
Greg, it's a real honour to be on the show. I love your program.
Thanks very much. It is okay if I call you Stephen, isn't it?
Whatever you like.
Okay, Stephen. Now, it is your third Olympic Games. Your first one was a bit of an experience. You got smacked up a little bit, if I do say so. The second one you managed to actually win. What can we expect from you from this Olympic Games?
Hopefully more like the second one and less like the first one, but I appreciate that you don't pull your punches. That was an honest assessment of the Athens Olympics for me.
Well, I call it how I see it sometimes. Another thing that I've seen is your girlfriend, Steve. Your girlfriend is pretty hot. She is Russian. Now, with the process of ordering her on the internet, was there any sort of things that went wrong? Were you not quite sure what you'd get and you ended up with something better than you thought? How did it all work?
No, it's a good question as well. Unfortunately, my complaints are still with the complaints department of RussianBrides.com. So, as a legal issue, I can't really talk about that in too much detail. But once the court case is finished, then I mean, as far as things could work out, it's worked out all right, given the defects and all. Sure.
Cool. Well, you ended up actually meeting her in person at the last Olympic Games in Beijing. Now, look, I'm actually hoping to maybe meet someone at this Olympic Games in London. I've made a big trip over to London to try and meet someone. Do you have any tips maybe for Greg to maybe find Mrs. Greg? What do you think?
Oh, it's a good question, but I think you're on the right track. I think just be yourself, Greg. You've got a beautiful soul.
Steve, you're so nice. Look, Steve, another question I had for you was the relay team. Now, rumour has it is that you've run a fast 400, actually faster than one of the team members, this Brendan Cole guy. I haven't heard of him, but you've actually got a faster PB than him. Do you think he might get a jersey in the 4x4?
Oh, you know, like my 400 running days there long behind me. It's a great relay team, that 4x4 team, especially Brendan Cole. He's a really top guy. Got a lot of time for that guy.
Well, we'll see. So Steve, now a rumour that I heard on the olive vine was that you were once wanting to be a stuntman. What can you tell me about that?
Nah, never wanted to be a stuntman.
Really? Okay. Oh, that's misunderstood or
typo or something.
Cool. So, well, I mean, if you weren't a pole vaulter, if you weren't doing what you were doing, being a professional pole vaulter, what do you think you would be doing?
Well, now that you mention it, maybe stuntman. I mean, until you mentioned it, I hadn't even thought of that, but it's perfect, isn't it? It'll be a perfect transition.
Well, it kind of makes sense, I guess. You know, you do lots of crazy things, you jump over these things, you've...
ever thought about getting into career counselling? Because, you know, I don't know what I'm going to be doing after the Olympics, so that could be it.
Well, it's something to think about. You've got the skills there, you can jump over big things, you know, you're nice and muscly, you look a lot like Brad Pitt, so maybe you could be a stunt double for him.
I've won you over, haven't I, Greg?
Oh, I think you've won me before I won you, Steve. Now, you do some pretty crazy stuff on your pole vault. Have you actually ever thought, when going over a bar, this is it, I'm going to die, this is the last thing I'm going to do is try and clear this stupid thing?
I've had some hairy jumps. One of the scariest jumps I had was actually at the Olympics in Beijing. I had a jump at 585, my third attempt, and I was going way to the right. I thought I was going to miss the pit, but I just finished the jump anyway, and luckily jumped the bar and stayed in the comp. But that was a scary one.
I do remember seeing that. It was quite a precarious jump, I remember seeing and saying. Well, Steve, look, we'll wrap things up, but before I let you go, I do want to do the traditional fast love. Now, this fast love today will be a series of questions, and what I want you to do is finish this sentence. So, you cool with that? Just the first thing that comes to mind, finish sentence. You cool with that?
Whenever you're in bed with me, it's fast love.
I'm going to leave that one alone. When I grow up, I want to...
be a stuntman.
Okay, my hair is really...
The curtains match the carpet.
That's nice. If I didn't wear pants, I would...
You would know that the last statement is true.
Nighttime is better than daytime because...
It's sleepy time.
Sleepy time is good.
Sleepy time.
My favourite thing in the world is...
Katya. It's lame.
That's cute.
It's cute. She's my favourite thing, though.
I hope she's watching.
Hey.
The best $10 I ever spent was...
On Katya. It was discount mailorderbrides.com.
Money well spent. Money well
Absolutely.
Spent. And last question for In Bed with Greg. My mildly impressive superhuman power is...
Or being able to stay calm when posed with difficult interview questions.
I question that, but anyway. Steve Hooker.
It's mildly impressive.
Steve Hooker, it has been an absolute pleasure being in your bed. Thank you so much for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Greg. It's been a pleasure.